to just checking my network. I don't want it time for delivery. And the nothing happens. Yeah, I know it. 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 Bloody hell, it's a lot of screeching. This is why. Right. Okay, so I can't zoom in. I have, this is peer block software. This is countless amount of hacking. Ministry of Public Health. This is all the IP locations. Communications Police in Bangkok. This is worldwide. Royal Thai Navy College of Nursing. Traffic Police Bangkok. Detected, let's have a look. Southern Border Province, that's Canada. Police Operations Centre. Why would they be hacking into my network? I got protection, but it doesn't matter if you got protection. They still hack into. Headquarters of NATO. A rapid deployment centre. Yeah. Warren Brothers in Italy. Hotel Canada. Let's pronounce this whole list. Can't read them all. Key ones related to targeted of individuals. Okay, so you have a GC Healthcare Clinical Systems, USA Southern European Task Force, Electronic Service Italy. So you got detected CAD activity Nevada. Yeah, telecom companies from Italy. Detected CAD activity on hardware. Cairo video. US Navy in Italy. NATO in Italy. Presidency of the Council of Ministers of Italy hacking into me. Ministry of Interior Italy, my God. Remote here he goes, no wonder I'm getting hacked. RTS, Remote Terminal Systems. This is military based as well, the targeting program. SRL, detected, oh my gosh. NATO Communications Services Agency. Headquarters, oh my God, I already went through all that. I've got audio, brain control, RM brain. They're selling your data, bio data. Okay, there's something based in Euro servers, wherever that is. 20th Century Fox or Italy. But, oh my goodness me. Why is Italian corporations hacking into me as well? You got fake SMS hoax, fake AV fraud, trying servers hacking in. General Electric Company, Level 3 Communications, whoever they are. Drug Enforcement, really? Admin, wherever they're based. US Department of Treasury are hacking into me. Ports, oh my gosh. Look how many corporations are hacking into me. Drug enforcement something. Don't know. You just can't make this up. What is America? Springfield Police Department hacking into my IP. Bingham Diana LLP hacking into me. Alliance Core Technologies. Hi Anne. Can't believe how much I got hacking. How are you? You are well hacked here as well. Can't comment on videos or downloads. Bloody hell. Sorry to hear that. I can't type on the phone. I'm using phone because they already hacked this computer and damaged it. But I mean, repair block, I mean, it's endless. It's like the world. Corporations are hacking into our data. How you been yourself? I've had my bloody setup yesterday. Been over here. There's all going off again. So yeah, I just thought, well, seeing I can't go live on my proper computer, I thought I'd do some digging at 2 in the afternoon. I'm half asleep because I've not really slept. You know, with the RN control of frequencies off the charts. Yeah, so I'm just trying to look for UK base. There's a lot of overseas companies. But Italy seems to be the biggest one. My God. You got Lockheed Martin Corporation, that's in Scotland, hacked into my network. Yeah. I'm just City of Westminster in England. Hacking into my network. Am I a product for bloody these corporations to make? Are we armed forces radio and television? Really? On the dark web they sell our data, do they? Demonic demons, aren't they? I tell you. What, computer science? What? I'm not a test subject for nobody. Let's have a look. Thank goodness for generation. I tell you, and everybody else out there, you Anne, and everybody else who got this information out how to try and look for this and check. Because then you know why everything. It doesn't matter if you got software like Edward Snowden and other people over the years have said, don't even buy bloody protection software because they still get through. Oh look, you got law enforcement online, Navy, Marine Corps, Relief Society. Armed Forces Institute of Pathology. Yeah. Yeah, really? Oh right, yes, a lot have look ahead. Yeah, yeah. They've got a long history, haven't they? But this one of pathology, that's medical. I'm just looking for ones that stick out, jump out. Oh my God, not surprised. IBM Business Community, IBM BC. Department of Defence and Education. Again, you got the other division of Lockheed Martin, Integrated Businesses Labs. Oh look, you got Martin, a military home video net. I didn't know they had oh my God. I didn't know they had a military home video network. MLHIN. Their own network, do they? Oh my gosh, look at this. Being monitored by FBI. Law Enforcement Online, FBI. I can't zoom in on the phone. USA. Oh, the Office of the US Trade Representative. Don't know whether they got the drug enforcement. I don't do drugs. Certain others around here allegedly do. Hamburg. Dublin. City of Dublin as well. Computer Science Corporation. Oh, here we go. This is not intriguing. FEMA 21319 net plus 21.132.64-1. That's America. Yeah. This is like a huge amount. Off the charts. There's a lot of American, Italy, Boston, Massachusetts, Commonwealth of Massachusetts in America. What are you doing? Look, here we go. What are they trying to do? What? Got an insurance out on us. Registry of Deeds, Essex County. I'm not sure it's England or USA. What? City of Venice in Italy as well. June. I've got an audio of my sleep. They had to into my bloody sleep. I don't know how many hours I've had. I want to see what else jumps out. Well, the world seems to be topsy-turvy. Bloody hell. We are biomedical slaves. That's what they bloody think. I tell you. That's all they see is target individuals as a money-making or the bio data. Isn't it? Like, same, I've forgotten her name, Bobby and everybody else, and Generation, etc. And the streams, say, don't they? I really need to, the mapping that you do, Anne. You're very good at your videos and your tweets. I've been watching what you're doing, and you're bloody well good mapping where it's coming from. I've had enough of this. I know where it's coming from around it. Trying to force me up my bloody flat now. And it's like evidence on this phone I'm using is hacked. Because my son does a WhatsApp call, video call, my granddaughter used to say, after not speaking to me for 4 or 5 weeks. And out the blue it comes through. And then as he's on my mate's phone, using that, you know, she let me use her phone because it's a cheap second-hand one. Because this is compromised what I'm using. So therefore, as I was on that video call with my son yesterday, this current phone I'm using was also implied it was my son ringing me via WhatsApp. Yeah, really? FBI, CIA, MI5? Don't you think I know what you're doing? Stupid assholes. Demonic. Digital Bay Media, what else? What jumps out? Makes you wonder, we're being streamed live on bloody the dark web. Being sold. I heard somebody's, I don't know where I heard that these adult websites, porn sites on the dark web, they're trading in cryptocurrency and for data and whatever else. It's demonic. Yeah, I've got a motorbike thing going on too. I'll read your comment in a minute. Oh, what am I? Claire. CL. Should be on there. CL. I'm using the phone that I'm on it. CLAIRE. Literally, I'm using the phone. I do. What's the time now? Is it 2:30? I don't know because I'm off asleep. About 3:30, I do a simple tweet. I'll say, it's me. Awaken. I know what. I'll put awaken UK so you know it's me. A tweet about an hour or something. So you know it's me. I followed you anyway. Whoops. Yeah, so I'm just careful what I say on that bloody format. Everything's monitored anyway. Yeah, so I just see a lot of people going through this, aren't they? So what else have we got? I'm just seeing what jumps out. What the hell have they got a photography company film in USA hacked into? It's got all sorts now. Israel? Really? Israel Aircraft Industries International hacked into me. Ouch. I can't move. My body's been hacked into. Where's fucking glasses? My French aren't absolutely. I keep bloody sending ambulances and oh Jesus. Oh. I've got no energy excuses. Oh, my muscles and everything is really. Oh God. Oh. I can't move my body. I'm just absolutely jammed. My muscles. I'm using herbal remedy. I keep doing a bloody motorbike. Get away with it, myself. Jesus. I keep sending the harassment campaign. Oh, my muscles are hurting. Oh, yeah, Lord. And we got the horrible gaslighters neighbours. Putting some crap in the bin. I've got to have the heat on. Although my muscles are. I can't always have my Wi-Fi on because like the frequency is really, really strong. Oh, do you know they're all paid actors, and they do these colour blue and red, and I thrown a bit of yellow today. They're going to rot in hell, you know. And they all have all their flats done up, all their repairs done, and I don't get bloody bugger all. So, you know. Anyway, enough of me. I need to break it. I have seen this. Oh, let me have a look. Because I can't look at when I multitask. Let's have a look.
Well, I need to tell you something, and it's the
Excellent find, Anne. Yes, I wonder where it was.
most important thing I could ever say to you. In a little while, you'll know for certain that I'm putting my very life on the line and the safety of my family by sharing this with you. So I hope that that buys me at least a few minutes of your precious time.
Is there music? Oh, look, it got removed for violating YouTube's policy and harassment. I'm not going to show that on the stream. But yeah, anyone can. I'm not going to show that on the stream. It is! Absolutely, I'll type in here. Yeah, he is. Oh, how are you anyway? How are you holding up? Ugh. I'm absolutely like I've not slept at all. Oh, right. So now hacking in this phone. Stupid demonic. There's a lot of bloody weather crap going on in America.
Well, I need to tell you something, and it's the most...
Let me just have a look at the 3 days scoffers will come, walking according to their lust. Let's have a look.
Plans to cap the cost of UK funeral.
Hold on. Just reading a link. The shroud is one of a kind, an image in which a new world has to be invented to describe it. The shroud is not a painting or content image of any kind, which so this is wow. You've done some digging, and this is interesting. This is uh this was 5 years ago. And this video, let me show you the channel where I just got it off the link. Right, go back to the other link and let you put in. Right, go back to the other things here, really vicious. But I'm sorry, I'm to hear that. Prayers and blessings to you, girl. Oh, maybe got protection, best you can. Physical items, you know. They're deliberately, like, yeah, like you say, vicious. And they trapped me yesterday, you know, with the technology. And I was sitting in this place. I got in late. And they were watching me like a hawk on the camera on top of everything else. And my mate, right, took over. And she likes to go to this casino. So I had a free card. So I put £5 on. Anyway, I won some cash. It's not every day the computers are hacked in there, aren't they? Oh, and what do they send in? That's what the other stream is about. NHS England limited company funded public servants, but the bloke did not look like a natural. He looked like an ex-military type, and so did the female. And they were a bit too long. It's not that big a casino. And so what were they doing all that time? Sitting in the back office watching the video screens. And then soon after, 4 females come in. So 5 in total. The older one looked like a grandmother type, but they're all blonde hair, one dark hair. But they're all like mobbing me. One was on the far distance, but not that far. And the other 4 the opposite side. So I was like, I was being watched. You don't need that. But it's all intimidation. They're trying anyway. Good work. But I document it. And I thought, it's a bit not a coincidence my son calls me. Could be nothing, because my son got the arse up with me when I was so ill a few weeks back. I couldn't offer to lend him any cash to help him out. And my situation, I've always said, if there was anywhere else to move to with my physical disabilities, it'd be his catchment area in south-west of England. And with the way the world is at the moment, you know, a lot, you know, all this BS going on. Where the hell, how that could happen, I do not know. Because everything is politically controlled. So, and then, yeah, my granddaughter. It's nice to see my granddaughter on that video thing. But the way everything is going with so many people and so many subjects right now, and the talking on top. He's smart, my lad, but they connect to the family and blackmail them. Because he's got a daughter, he has to play along. And we just don't know what's really going on behind the scenes. Excuse me. So, I was late getting out the post, right? These letters, MK Ultra, right? The housing company. Then this other, my area. Agenda 2030. It's already here. And they found out by digging these companies up. And found out all that data. Anyone that thinks they've got a democracy, think again. In England anyway, because this company's selling out software, AI, computerized companies already in place. So every town and city in England, all of your data is on their computers, on their software for digital ID. It's already in place. And when I found this company, I thought, excuse me, I didn't just say to the people I dealt with, if you want to vote, who you're going to vote for, the world the way it is anyway. I don't, you know. Nobody asks for me. They don't do nothing for me. So I send it back with rejection without dishonour. Anyway, the document I sent to data protection already back in June. I'm struggling with my breathing. Hang on. Oh, down. Peppermint tea. And then I thought, right, so if they're doing this for so-called household inquiry data, they already know where you are anyway when you're targeted. Duh. And they already know your data. Duh. Anyway. And everything's computerized AI already. Duh. So I sent it back with a letter covering. Be careful how I worded it, and I had to be handwrite, so I had no energy to type a letter. And I've got a copy. It's just ridiculous amount of photocopying documents. 2 letters come up the same date, well, one after the other, means I've got double the work. And this is what they do with me, the MK Ultra and the triggers. Well, of course, I knew it was alleged trap, because that very company that's taken over what used to be known as a different public funded company in my area, running the election data department, etc., is merged with a very company that failed me in offering goods and services, which got found out by the report I've got in 2019. And they failed me 2018, 2019. We've done it before all these years, but even more so, evidence coming to light. So they kept lying, these agents locally, public servants, too many people nationally now involved. And I've done my documents prior, beginning of this year. And they've been using my son to set me up with certain subjects I can't mention. They're not going to give them that satisfaction. Anyway, I know exactly. I've been very able, very capable, very, doing certain things, but that's not good enough for them. So, right opposite me, I take no notice, in the car park, they planted a bike, okay, claiming there's no wheel. I mean, the bike thing is everywhere. So, push bikes, scooters, motorbikes, everywhere for past years on top. And it symbolises get on your bike. You ain't going to intimidate me that way. How does that be? So they have to go in another angle, and this way they're going on the data, the housing. We want to send somebody around to do, this is the area asset management, okay, national. Anyone rents a flat or else in social housing in England, well, they're private companies. Be careful, because their policies is all merged. Every town and city, all the data is merged as well. So I've gone on the angle of data protection already. They're ignoring that. So I've done a notice of intent for breach of contract. And also I reject a certain offer because they want to use me and this flat, which they've deliberately not repaired since 2017. But everyone else around here, the perps they've moved in, flat 7, flat 9, flat 10, flat crew, etc. They get everything done up repairs, no problem, mean nothing, and I'm paying rent. And then the hallway gets flooded, so the perps at number police informers, they're paid by the police, public servants, police informers. And it is like a Beirut war zone around here on top. So I won't be able to do much today, but lay in bed and just bloody well keep my Wi-Fi off. And I've been able to how you could get more sheathing. There's to protect my head. There's so much. There's only so much I can do because what they've got, the equipment and more equipment. I'm sure they've got in Flat 7. Yeah, but it's satellite based. Anyway, long story short, it's demonic. Doesn't matter whether they're hacking you in your physical equipment, they're hacking your brain with the AI brain interface, whether they're demonically attacking you, spiritual warfare with the bloodline families and history to date, who's behind it all, and now the technology side, of course, and then physically the psychological tactics. So yeah, I don't know any other people's talkers in England who doesn't get their repairs. I think it's because of their bigger picture, their plan on 11/11/21 and what I dug up and what they're planning for everybody. And literally in the car park, they've got a new AI CCTV, right? That's not there to protect people living there. It's to watch your bloody movements. They've got satellites, for God's sake. They can zoom in where you are. They use your mobile phones. Anybody out there can actually try and go back to analog and try and not use your smartphones as much anymore. Sooner than you can, which I'm going to be doing, is so important. Before 11/11/2021. If you look at the numbering of Freemasonry and the Illuminati and the Druids, that's a perfect day to do certain things I won't mention on there. And the documents I've uncovered by other sources, which I can't mention here, and I can't mention the content of the documents on this format. Just be prepared to get your food, get anything you can get on top and diverting the subject for a moment. Get your water, your basic food, your basic things to be prepared just in case there is no electricity. You haven't got your water supply coming through, your heating sources. Anything old school. Look at anybody out there, go on the videos and look at how people survived in the depression years. On make do scenarios, wind up clocks, radios. I can't afford a satellite phone, which is over 100 or maybe more pounds. I'd rather invest in things you can barter with, which you won't be able to barter with your neighbours when they're behind the tarpaulin gas iron. And be aware of certain subjects or certain individuals who will not take a certain offer of a certain then that's all I could say on that without having powers that be attack this format about me using it. So just be prepared for anything. At the moment, be prepared for the weather. Right now, in America, what's going on? It's linked to the sun, the CMEs, the solar flares. That's hitting us. Just you get these even more frequencies than you get as a target individual. Just makeshift stuff that you can do as well on top. Just be aware. Keep hydrated, alkaline your body because they're hitting the earth. The earth has been hit right now. If you're getting really bad headache, if you feel like, the ringing in your ears is intensified, if you've got that kind of type CDs, you've got a tape recorder that works on batteries, yeah, that you don't need you don't need mainstream electric for. Instead of your phones, get onto that. I've got this already from years ago, so I'm prepared for that scenario because apparently these people studied the sun, the CME, the coronal masses coming off for years. It's happening, affects the weather, but it also affects the magnetic field over it. So in England, apparently, there's another individual I know lives in the middle of Europe. He's, what was it, how long ago now? About 4 weeks ago? He got information out to say that England's going to be hit. Over Wales, northern Scotland, Peak District. So anyone living by water, like rivers, the coast, just be prepared for anything. If you're sheltered inland, if you're in open spaces, just be prepared. Yeah. So, and you've got the 5G, you've got all this smart technology, not so smart, but there you go, they've got it all around here already. And what stupid idiots around here have cut back the bushes for the trees. There's no protection. So that's bouncing off these buildings, the frequencies on top. So it's like you're being hit all angles. So if you're in a building area, a house or flat in England, just watch out for any changes on the frequencies, the weather in that regard, because you might think, oh, where's all this extra? When you're targeted, you might feel extra pressure on the body and the ears because of the weather subject. Now watch out, if you're not bothered about your data being shared, fine. If you're not bothered about certain things, because I'll go back to the video. You've got to go have some lovely dinner. I'll look for your post. Loves and prayers to you too. I'm rambling on there.
Well, I need to tell you, written for Masons only and written by 33rd degree Masonic legend Albert Mackey, stating the same thing. Masonic definition of profane. One who is ignorant of the sacred rites of Freemasonry. One who is not allowed to enter the temple and behold the mysteries. And here, being uninitiated. That's the world at large. And here, from this old ritual book written by the same legendary author, in the 33rd degree initiation, the Mason drinks wine from a human skull, which has been the cause for a few to leave Masonry, because they wonder, whose skull is this? In the 30th degree, part of the ritual involves stabbing skulls. Illustrated right here. The process of submitting the member further and further involves things like this. See, the candidate who's seeking admission into the next degree to receive more light has to be humiliated and intimidated. This guy here has his foot on the candidate's head. This is what our celebrities and politicians and the most prominent members of our society have done and continue to do. No one is exempt from this. And this is the intimidating and frightening path that you must take that binds you to the secret society before you are revealed the true beliefs of the religion. So can you see the risks I'm taking? You have to stay till the end. Don't let me down. Don't let yourself down or your fellow man. Believe me, it'll be worth it. Now here's one of the 3 greatest Freemasons of all time, who actually helped construct the 33 degrees or rituals of modern Freemasonry, Albert Pike, a hideous man with a deeply complicated mind, and one who will soon help you to see who they really are. This is how important he is to Freemasonry. He's buried here in the House of the Temple, a Washington Masonic lodge just around the corner from the White House. He was called the Grand Commander, Sovereign Pontiff of Universal Freemasonry, a giant of this secret society, the only Confederate general who has his own statue. And who were the Confederates? The dudes that fought for slavery, not against it, defeated by Abraham Lincoln, who was surrounded by these Freemasons, and who was assassinated by this one, John Wilkes Booth, doing the same sign of the Master of the Second Veil. A Freemason assassinated Abraham Lincoln, undisputable when you have the eyes to see. Now, Albert Pike writes in his colossal work, which some refer to as the Bible of Freemasonry, called Morals and Dogma, and on the page 113 he says, what can there be in common between the vile multitudes and the sublime wisdom? That's what Freemasons possess, sublime wisdom. That's what their secret is. It's sublime. Revealed to you. Now, just quickly, here's Freemason Kanye West. Here he's giving the Masonic grip to his brother Mason Jay-Z. Look at the lapel he's wearing in this picture. It's the same double-headed eagle as on the front cover of the so-called Bible of Freemasonry, Morals and Dogma, written by the Grand Commander, Sovereign Pontiff of the religion that Kanye and Jay-Z have been sworn into, and thus granted access to international success. His Christian conversion isn't what it seems, and you'll soon see what job he has to do. Now look at what else Freemasonry thinks of the uninitiated, from the words of the Grand Commander himself. The truth must be kept secret, and the masses need a teaching proportioned to their imperfect reason. I hope you're listening, because we're about to get going here. These truths were covered from the common people as with a veil. There's that veil again. And the mysteries were carried into every country. Freemasonry was secretly imported from the East into the whole world to weave its web in the darkness to increase and advance its agenda. The sages, meaning the enlightened ones, always had an esoteric creed, unknown to the vulgar. And here he says, to the end that the vulgar herd, seeing, might not see anything, and hearing, might comprehend nothing. Are they right? Am I wasting my time, laying it all down for nothing? Because they know you so well? Your favorite celebrity and politician's secret religion is beyond the reach of the vulgar. Vulgar is what you are to them. He won't tell you. She won't tell you. And they won't tell you. Because the other obscene penalties from the rituals of Freemasonry include having your ear and hand chopped off, or both hands, being hung in your own home, and my personal favorite, having the top of your skull cut off so your brain is cooked in the sun. Now, can you imagine what they're hiding? And then the ritual monitor goes on to illustrate the same secret handshakes and signs. Hidden hand, sign of silence. These people mocking us, sometimes to our face with their symbolism, while we respect them, admire them, and sometimes even love them and idolize them. All of them partaking in the same initiation rituals to belong to the secret society, a prerequisite for success, to belong to the religion that gives you everything you want, everything your heart desires. While the Gospels teach accurately that the heart is wicked. Now here is a practical example of how Freemasonry comes first, even above the title of president. Here's a portrait of George Washington doing the sign of the Master of the Second Veil, and here, Freemason, before and above president. And if you think that's just by chance that they put the word Freemason above president, then here, read this genuine quote from Harry Truman. This should tell you how deep the consequences of Masonic initiation go and what lies deep within. It's Freemasonry above everything else. There's the Queen showing her allegiance over and over. And here's the Queen leaving a very special hospital with a very special nurse. And this was the Queen's father, fully dressed in his Masonic regalia and that God-forsaken apron they wear, which also hides something, just like the square and compass. In fact, what the apron hides is what the square and compass really represents. And it's staring you right in the face. Can you see it yet? Prince Charles, handshake, hidden hand. Prince Harry, Prince William. And here is the Grand Master of English Freemasonry, Prince Edward, also in full gear. What a lovely looking chap. And now he's giving the Masonic grip in front of this stone that was placed there to memorialize his visit to Cape Town Lodge. And what about this guy? Prince Philip, husband of the Queen. Do you remember him saying this? Yeah, and here's the article in case you think he didn't. Initiated member. Do you slowly see what the Masonic mindset is? We are beneath them. And the craziest thing is, if they can turn you into what they think of you, then you deserve what's coming. It's a natural law. It's the law of nature. And I'll soon show you their real Bible, for lack of a better term, which justifies it all, and the one which guides their morals. And it makes a lot of sense, because the power of the deceptive phenomenon of Freemasonry lies in the fact that it contains real truth, intertwined with untruth. Now, this actual book that guides their morals and plans, it isn't written by hand, and it's been around longer than the Bible. So they think it's purer, sublime as they call it, and it's the foundation on which the religion is built upon. And that Bible, so-called, that unwritten Bible, is the key to unlocking its secrets. I'm going to hand you that key, and it's all going to come together like a flood. So they're going to own it all by their own words and actions. And they're going to introduce us to a new system of life, but only after a number of shocking events take place, which I'm so close to telling you about. But first, I have to tell you the name of the secret religion and the identity of the I. Now, for the few of you that think of hospitals and charities and nursing homes when you hear the word Freemason, a word which I soon hope to never speak again after this video, well, it's a front, a cover story, and like everything else in this presentation, I'm going to show you. This too is for the poor Freemasons that are going to have the call to make an appearance in the comments section trying to defend their beloved fraternity. This is 33rd degree Freemason Manly Hall, who was named Freemason of the Century by the Scottish Rite Journal in 1990. And you'd be surprised how many Masons haven't heard of him, because they don't bother entering the Masonic library and searching out the mysteries themselves. These same Masons think they know something, and they parade themselves on websites and social media, calling people like me, oh, he's just an anti-Mason, anti-Mason. Blind fools at best, deceivers at worst. Well, the Freemason of the Century wrote in this book and in this chapter, Freemasonry is a fraternity within a fraternity, an outer organization, concealing an inner brotherhood of the elect, one visible and the other invisible. The visible society is a splendid camaraderie of free and accepted men and women, enjoined to devote themselves to ethical, educational, fraternal, patriotic, and humanitarian causes. and concerns like hospitals and charities. But the invisible society is a secret and most august fraternity whose members are dedicated to the service of a mysterious arcanum arcanorum, meaning mystery of mysteries. Now I wonder what that could be. So once again, don't listen to the lost or deceptive Masons that'll come here trying to cheat you from the truth, telling you that I don't know what I'm talking about or calling me an anti-Mason. Because there you just heard it. There's a Masonry for the majority of Masons, and then there's the real thing, the secret religion, which should shock you when it's announced. These same lost or deceptive Masons also love to repeat, like parrots, that Freemasonry is not a religion. Well, what does the Freemason of the century have to say about that? From this book, he writes, Masonry is essentially a religious order. Not just a little bit religious, but essential. And here, the iconic giant of Freemasonry says in Morals and Dogma, every Masonic lodge is a temple of religion, and its teachings are instructions in religion. So please, sit down, Masons, because Freemasonry is a religion. And soon, I'm going to tell you what it's really called. Now look at this from the same book, and speaking about fellow Freemasons being initiated in the lodge room. Part of the symbols are displayed there to the initiate, but he is intentionally misled by false interpretations. Their true explication is reserved for the princes of Freemasonry. The whole body of the royal art, which you'll know all about soon, was hidden so carefully in the higher degrees. So you see, the whole thing is built on lies. And the ultimate liar lives inside the triangle, above the pyramid, so that even the highest Masons are living a monstrous lie. Wake up, Masons. Even you are deceived, just as the public is. Unless, of course, you're hungry enough to want to acquire all the power and climb up that pyramid closer to the eye that sees all. In that case, close your mouth, go back to your lodge, and good luck to you. Or, of course, grow some kahunas and be honest. But then you can't, right? Because you'd be breaking your oath. Sad. Oh, it's good to be free, under the wing of the true master. Stick around if you're interested, and you'll get to see some wonder. When I pull that cloak called Freemasonry right off, and those that are still here watching will get to see the true colors of the nakedness and the horror of the Masonic Lodge and the religion that rules them all. Another thing that Masons will repeatedly say is that this has nothing to do with Freemasonry, and it's just a conspiracy theory. Well, the 33rd degree Freemason of the century also wrote this book about 100 years ago, The Secret Destiny of America, and look at the front cover. And I'll tell you why America is so important for the ultimate goal of the secret society. It's disturbing, but it's also essential in understanding the near future and what's going to take place. So for the Freemasons that still say that this is not a Masonic design, especially this Masonic website called Masonic Info, insisting here that even the eye in the triangle or pyramid is not Masonic. Completely laughable and pure disinformation for the stupid masses. Try arguing against this. This is from a 1960 copy of the New Age magazine, an official organ of the Supreme Council of 33rd Degrees. No higher authority in the United States to speak of the relationship between Freemasonry and the US $1 bill. Masonic symbolism in a $1 bill. Look at them all. 13 leaves, 13 bars, 13 feathers, so on and so forth, and of course, this, the Masonic all-seeing eye, located in the pyramid. So, you think this is a conspiracy theory, or just a plain conspiracy? Well, here's JFK, yes, a Freemason, but one who had enough. When he wanted to print money, disassociated from the Masonic central banks, just like Abraham Lincoln. And he paid the price for it as well. Listen to the speech we never hear about in school. More proof that they control the education system here and everywhere. Please, just have a quick listen to this.
ladies and gentlemen. The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society, and we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means. I am asking your help in the tremendous task of informing and alerting the American people.
Mess about with my 30-year-old boiler. Passion's not loud enough, but we also this time appreciate it. They damaged my boiler. Yeah, don't say it on screen. Yeah. They won't move. Yeah. Just use your kettle instead. Don't touch your boiler. Don't run the hot tap. I know what they've done. They never repair anything around here. That's why we've done it. There's reason behind it. No, it's gas now. And I know what it is causing it from going on like this. They never repair anything. Also, if there's anything properly. The gas smell is odorous, but when it comes out from that actual valve, they couldn't fix it properly in the first place in the year. Or last year. That's me group, yeah, so yeah, he's not working for him. Simon. His group is their safety certificate. I've got a copy. Yeah. Well, go back to the hacking. Yeah, just put it this way. I'm not going to keep doing this. There's a lot of companies. Their computer. radiator me during the night and all. It's fine, they just happened to the computer.
Getting very close. See if this has been updated. Should be updated here anytime. Should be a new advisory within probably 10 minutes. And a lot of these cameras are starting to show signs of a hurricane, for sure.
Well, I have tenure, so it would be hard.
Don't worry, fucking happening. Of course. Of course. Nothing still going on. Major flare warning from spaceweather.com. There's a lot of tinnitus in the ears, much more ringing. Could be attack on, I don't know, it's just America, but the EMP attack. I'm just looking at as the effects. The attacks on me too. Am I sleeping through the night? Demonic. And then the perps messed about my bloody gas boiler again. Always to be prepared with this demonic. How was that big? Keep tampering with your things, you know. Demonic entities I know. I'm gonna check to see if I've got that video of the weather yesterday. I know what we're going to my sleep and I'll flip a brain during the night. Hacking like network computers and everything else. Just check. Name is Trina, the demonic actions in London, but look at what I'm looking at, guys. It's like the pole is in the way. I'm just waiting now for that sun explosion to come out. The whole sky is demonic. With some designs, 4 to 6, is it 6 o'clock? I don't know now. But that is what is meant to be the sun explosion, the 28th of May 2021. Saturday, UK. It's like the sky's cut in half, there's dark cloud, it's Yeah, gas valve fault. I thought so. Blocked hose. Oh, look, they're hacking me again. Assholes. Strong. On it. Demons must have had gas volume. Yeah. But it goes through them.